everyone. Welcome to Oddcast, a For Nerds by Nerd show. My name is Paige, and I'm here with my co-hosts Cian and Joe to talk about Matrix Resurrections.
Which I at times made the mistake and said Revolutions a couple times.
No.
Even Keanu Reeves did. So.
That one's over.
Yeah, no.
We don't
Lots
talk
of
about
ours.
that one. We don't talk about that one.
We don't talk about that one. Before we actually get started in this review, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and there's also a notification bell. I don't know if you've noticed. Hit that. That way you'll know when new stuff pops up that we do. But The Matrix. It's been, 10 years?
Longer than that.
Has it been longer than that?
It's been longer than that. I don't remember exactly
Almost 20.
how long.
Almost 20.
No.
Because Matrix 1 came out in, 99? So,
Yes, I believe so.
I think the first Matrix was like 98.
Either way, it's been a really
That's
long
fine.
time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So spoiler free, what number would you give it?
No, you can go first.
Yeah, you should go.
I'm gonna
first.
go like a 5, maybe a 6, maybe.
Why the maybe?
I'm not 100% sold on. No, you know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna go with 5. It's a 5.
Okay, why 5?
So if you've already seen The Matrix, congratulations, you've seen Matrix Resurrection.
Not in its entirety, but your point is valid. Do you know what would you give it, or Tian?
I gave it a 7. I gave it a 7.
So I've seen it twice now, and my original answer, the first time I saw it was like I think my first response was a 7.75.
You guys both went with an 8.
Yeah.
And then I
first
decided
viewing.
on an 8. After Judo and I geeked out about it for a second. But after seeing it a second time, I actually think that I would give it a 7.
I gave it because I dropped it from an 8 to a 7 after I got out of the hypeness of it.
Yeah.
And when I actually thought on it, it was very fun. When I thought about it, I was like, it's not quite an 8.
Yeah, so I thought it was better than Reloaded. And I mean, Revolutions is trash, so we don't. But nothing will ever beat the original Matrix, because there's something about that movie that's just perfection. I love that movie. It was perfect for the time, for what was happening. Because I mean, we all watched it when it first came out, right?
Yes.
I did not watch it until
I did.
Maybe a year after it came out.
Oh no, I think I saw it in the theater. But you just can't compare any of the subsequent ones to the first one. But I thought this one, for what it was good. But I mean, anything put up next to the first Matrix is never going to.
I never actually looked at it as putting it up towards the first Matrix because of how long it's been. So the way I looked at it was the story. I liked the story a lot, actually. It was very, very clever. Mm-hmm. And that's why I give it higher than a 5, Joe. And
I didn't think it was that clever.
I thought it was very clever.
All right, so spoiler alert.
It's fine.
Let's go ahead and go into the. No, I like saying spoiler alert. I like to be made aware. I want our viewers, the few we have, to be aware. It's called respect, y'all. Okay, so spoilers now. So Joe, all of the flashbacks are what you hated.
Well, no. So I want him to complete his thought.
Oh,
he was on a roll.
Yeah.
And I messed you up. My bad.
No. I thought the way they did the story was actually very well written. I thought it was very clever.
I just wanted you to be able to go into the story. So.
Yeah, no. I thought Lana Wachowski, with her writing out the fact that they tried to trap Neo by throwing him in and making it to where everything that happened did not happen.
I thought that was a really good, mindfuck.
Yes.
Like, they did a really good job. And I loved the jibe at WB. That was great. In the beginning, when they're having to go back and make the Matrix movies, even though they said, or the Matrix games, even though they said they would never go back and do it, but if they didn't do it, then they were just going to get somebody else to do it anyway. Yeah. I was like, damn. Well done. Yeah. You should put that in there. That was good.
That was very well done. There were aspects of it that I thought were a little bit of a stretch.
It's the Matrix, though. There's always going to be a stretch.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like the Morpheus bit.
Morpheus was different, and I didn't mind all the different the sentience being there.
Oh, that was cool.
That was fine. I mean, it added something different. Did you mind the sentience being there?
I didn't mind the sentience. I didn't mind any of the new programs.
It was just all the old stuff.
No, it was like, so here's the thing. If I were to sit through a Ghostbusters movie that's been in the makings for, more than 15 years, I didn't need them to flash clips from the original Ghostbusters for me to appreciate it. But for whatever reason in Matrix, in case you forgot, here it is. Here's what we're talking about in reference to the first one. Like, I didn't need that.
So
I can agree with
no,
that.
I'll have to interject with that. So I didn't mind that so much due to the fact that technically I didn't look at that as clips from the movie. In case you forgot, I associate that with clips from the game.
No, I agree.
And that's how I associated that.
I did too, but I feel like it wasn't quite necessary to go that far. They could have alluded to it all.
Well,
but I mean, we are watching a visual medium, so they would give us the visual representation of it. But it was really frequent, and they could have pulled it back just a little bit.
Plus, I didn't mind it so much due to the fact that the clips, especially when they were in that theater-looking setting, and they had all the scenes projected on the walls and on the curtains, stuff like that. I didn't mind that because that was supposed to be a reminder for Neo, like a clear-cut reminder of this actually happened. So I did not mind that whatsoever. The only thing that, I said...
just felt like they could have just taken away four of them, maybe 5, just dial it back.
But, the reason why I didn't mind it so much, too, is because everything that technically happened to him currently, as far as what was happening, was like a glimpse of a flashback of what happened. Like, with the phone call, the text message. You have to do the flashback to the communication on the computer, the White Rabbit. I didn't mind that because it was, a lot of...
I felt like it was too heavy-handed. Like, you put your thumb too far on the scale. It takes away the idea of, that's kind of cool. It also ruins reveals. This is the new Agent Smith. Ruined. It's
no.
Hey, who's that?
But see, no.
It's this guy from the original ones.
They made it blatant in the trailer, so I didn't care about that.
They did make it blatant.
To me, Agent Smith wasn't even needed as a character.
But I love that MPH's character was actually the bad guy.
Yeah, that was a big surprise.
I loved MPH.
I took it as him being the villain in the trailers.
No,
I was like, oh, cool.
When I saw
MPH,
no, I didn't. When I saw MPH, I saw the blue glasses. Okay, he's a program that's supposed to keep him there. He's not necessarily. I didn't see him as a bad guy. I thought he was a program that's supposed to just keep him there, and they did that until midway point when you find out, he's the one that's pulling all the strings.
Which is cool. That scene, that was a good scene.
Yes.
I enjoyed that.
The whole
scene.
slow-mo, that was dope. The Agent Smith, unless they do another one, if they don't do another one, Smith is pointless.
They left it really, really open. So they might do another one.
They said that they have no plans on doing any more Matrix sequels. To me, that means that they are going to shift focus and do it with a different grouping. And I have a theory that...
Well, they said they would remake it. So I feel like they would get whole new actors and just reboot the whole thing.
I think that Bunny, is that her name?
Bugs.
I think she is the key.
She could be.
I think she's a genetic clone. I think she's the child of Neo and Trinity. That's my theory.
Ooh, I did
because
that theory.
Otherwise, that strawberry scene is pointless.
Maybe.
They have the ability to pull digital code to make genetic sequencing. She's the only one who can hold Trinity's brain for some reason in that final act. To me, it indicates that she is, in fact, their child.
You're not wrong. I like that theory. That's a really good theory.
It's very possible. I mean... With the Matrix, anything goes. I did not like the fact that Trinity became the new one, kind of like a one pairing. I was confused about that.
So what happens is Sora takes Kyrie into his heart.
Kyrie's inside me?
And then when she comes out of the heart, then she can wield the Keyblade also.
Because they share so much of themselves with each other.
Yes.
And I mean, and then since they're especially in the Matrix together and all of those 60 years of repeated of doing all those big things, like every time their hands touched. And so I feel
thought that
like,
was cool, yeah.
No, so especially with them being brought back to life, they said they were rebuilt.
Yeah.
So I feel like they became intertwined in the new Matrix because this is a new Matrix. So they didn't have the Oracle. They didn't have all these other things. So the programming's different, which would allow for her to also be her version of the
think
one.
that Sati was the Oracle at first. And then when I thought about it more, I was like, no,
like
she's Indian. That's Sati. I was like, that's gotta be Sati.
No, as soon as I saw her, I knew that was Sati.
Also, and this is just me being like, I I liked the first Matrix movie. I've not liked any of the subsequent additions to that story.
So I have a question for the two people who are really big fans of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the first time that there has been a clone of Neo. So I don't understand. Like, people got hyped up about, like, oh, he's back, but
What do you mean a
always
clone of
comes
Neo?
back because the architect literally showed all the past incarnations of him.
No, but it
making
wasn't
decisions.
him. It was multiple the ones. It wasn't multiple Neos. It was just multiple the
Yeah,
ones.
it was multiple
aren't
people.
those all Keanu Reeves in the screens?
No, that's Keanu Reeves' personalities that he's displaying. Anytime Keanu Reeves got upset, whenever he said something, the Keanu's in the cameras reacted.
No, I thought that he was showing time and time
Joe's
again how
right. No,
No,
Joe's
they
right.
weren't.
Yeah. No, because they've had to reset the Matrix a bunch of times.
Yeah, because the fact they had to reset the Matrix because the human mind couldn't handle the perfect world.
after that
No, this was
the
after
fall
that.
of Scion and the One kept happening. It's cyclical.
Yeah.
So Neo always comes back, and then they
Like,
reset
yeah, and
things.
he makes the opposite choice that he made in this
from
one.
what from what I've gathered in the first Matrix, the architect says that we implanted the code of the one in many. It's a code.
Yes, and he is the one who always comes up, and they keep having to, because they kept, at first, before he was established, and then they found him, and then he kept going to the architect, and he kept having to make the choice to reset it.
What's your question?
You're gonna have to go back
That was
and
the
watch
question. I just wanted to make sure that was indeed the
Go
thing.
back and rewatch it.
I think overall, for me, the movie overall was really good. I think it's DVD worthy. Especially,
I'm gonna get it. I have the
yeah.
other ones.
I would say that if Joe Bob Briggs were screening it on TNT late at night, I'd watch it.
Jesus.
But what do
Yeah,
you
what
guys
do y'all
think?
think?
Did you guys enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? I'd like to know why. If not, I'd like to know why if you did. Place it in the comments below. And again, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. And also the notification bell when we do more stuff. But I guess we will see you guys later.
Yeah, then stay jacked, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.